Hey, welcome back, guys. Today I am going to start my 2025 7x14 project. I picked this up brand new in Georgia just last week. Went on an epic road tour. Drove my pickup truck on the tail of the Dragon and Skyline Drive in Virginia. Visit Buc-ee's for the first time. And I went to Douglas, Georgia and picked this guy up. It's a 7x14 tandem axle. I like this trailer because most of the trailers I have seen online have the manufactured wood. It's kind of cheesy. This is great plywood, 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch plywood, and the deck is also 3/8 inch. They did a really good job here, actually. There's a silicone around all of the butt joints between the walls and the floor, and they siliconed in between the panels as well. I seem to have done a good job with sinking the screws into the floor. A few of them a little deeper than I wanted or expected. However, I don't think that's going to affect anything because I plan on coating this floor with something special. It has a RV style door that locks from the inside and the out. Actually, it's just a deadbolt on the inside. And there is one LED light. We're going to change that as well. So right now you're seeing it as it is. I did a really good job putting it together, and I couldn't be happier with that. But now you guys know this is going to be a Harley trailer. You guys know this plywood just soaks up whatever comes in contact with it. So Harley Davidson's leak oil, we all know that. But they did a nice job with this trailer. The extended flap has trim all the way around it that actually caps everything off. The hinges, this is a piano style hinge, just a normal hinge, but the hinges for the back gate, they have grease pins in them. The trailer came with bearing buddies, so it's easy to lube up the bearings, who knows, once a year or so, just by injecting grease. It really is well made. Like I said, a couple of things that I want to do on the outside. I'm definitely going to add a rear view / backup camera, and I might get one of those 2 camera systems so I could keep an eye on the bikes while we're towing. I got a 7x14 because I want to be able to take a couple of my buddies' bikes as well. We love to ride, but we don't like to get rained on, and so it's better to tow our bikes to different destinations and then ride locally and then put them back in the trailer and tow them home. So this is what it looks like now. I'm going to start by painting the walls. Let's just start prepping. I'm going to tape off between the ceiling and between the roof, actually, on the inside, and the walls, and tape off between the floor and the walls. I want to try to keep the floor as clean and pristine as possible. I bought wood putty, and I was planning on filling in everything, but I'm on the fence about that right now, and it doesn't seem to really need it. So let's just go ahead and see. Okay. I did it with 2 gallons of paint. The jury's still out though, because although I did 2 coats on most panels while it was wet, you can see the wood grain through this one. I got maybe a quart left in that 2nd gallon. Might be able to pull it off with 2 gallons of paint. I'm using this Valspar Defense Ultra White, and it is a exterior paint. 1 coat. Yeah. Not in this trailer. And it's about 70 bucks a gallon, 67 and change. I'm not really trying to be budget minded here, but I'm going to add up everything that I spent at the end of this project. The walls are almost done. I decided to paint the bottom of the flap that's going to be inside the trailer when the door is closed the same color as the walls, and I made a little mistake back there too, so we'll clean that up. Do my best to make it nice. All right, I'll get back to you soon. Okay, a little tease. Here's where we're at so far. The paint is done on the trailer. The flooring is done, and I'll go over some of the difficulties and things that no one else tells you about on their internet videos. And I have most of the E-track in, at least the beginning of the project. Every screw that you see is in a beam or a support at this point, and I'll add in some more wood tapping screws because the metal self-tapping screws, they're not really that effective in the wood. They're very easily over torqued. So we'll supplement some of this with wood screws. I have some backing plates for the 3-footers meet the 10-footers on the floor. We'll do that underneath. And I still have 3 10-footers and 3 3-footers to put on this wall. However, I'm going to eliminate one of the 3-footers up there. So I bought some wheel chocks. I kind of cheaped out on the wheel chocks. They had them for about 90 bucks at the at DC Cargo, and they were the exact same ones they sell at Harbor Freight for 70 bucks. So I saved 20 bucks per. I bought 2 of them for now. Anyway, there it is. So I did mess up a little bit here. I don't know if you can notice. The sun was directly shining on this midday when I did it, so I tilted the door up and some of the material ran. It's really not the end of the world. I might even be able to fix that with just some epoxy and buy some more flakes. Anyway, so here we are. So paint is done. E-tracks are almost done, and then the next step will be lighting. So stay tuned. Got these at Harbor Freight. They were on sale for $69 each. And guys, I don't know if you realize how lucky I was to be able to buy 2 of them at the same time from Harbor Freight. They have these great deals on things, but they only have like 1 or 2 of them in stock, and then that's it. when the sale's done and done. So I was lucky enough to scoot out to the Harbor Freight in Warminster, Pennsylvania on a lunch break and pick these up instead of waiting to go to the Harbor Freight in Hazlitt, not too far from where I live, so in New Jersey. So anyway, let's go ahead and have a look. final step of the first stage of the great trailer build. And we are going to be putting in our backing plates today. One down, 11 more to go. Okay, so I got all of the mounting plates in. My E-track is all secure. Trailer's pretty much ready to haul. And I got a couple extra things. Here's a Condor pit stop wheel chock and the universal E-track adapter. I got two of both. There's the other new one there. I'm only going to set one up now. Yeah, my first impression is this is really nice. Heavy duty aluminum. Oh, maybe extruded. Oh, I'll tell you what. Get you one. This is nice. A little bit of dust on the cardboard in there, and this is a pain in the butt. What's going on here? Okay, I get it. Okay, here she is out of the box, and this cardboard is really choking me. That cardboard dust, that was really getting me. I must have been from we're moving around while it was being shipped. Simple. Actually comes with the tools and everything you need to put it together. One tool. Get in there, buddy. super simple. The only thing you need to know, this nub faces back. Little nub, see how this side doesn't have a nub and this side has a nub, and okay, and that's it. Watched a lot of videos on this device, and the guys with the Ultra Classics, same bike as me, are going 3. We're gonna try that later. Remove the trailer to put a bike in. And that's it. She's all put together. And I'm going to attach it to the universal E-track. And I'm going to put the bat wing on the back here. Underneath, of course. Really not sure what this is all about. But there is the Condor pit stop wheel chock and the Condor universal E-track mount. Mounted on my E-track, which is bolted down with support plates underneath. Now my trailer is set for hauling. So the next phase is going to be converting, and my battery is dead. Oh no, wait a minute. There we go. I'm gonna add another 12 volt system in here with an inverter so I could have a trickle charger. Improving the lights. Put a rear view camera. And that should be it. And then the trailer is completely done. But in the meantime, she's all fit for hauling. With the Rust-Oleum epoxy floor. Thank you to DC Cargo Mall for all the E-Track. Well, I paid for it. And this titanium trailer that I bought in Georgia, Douglas, Georgia, from, I can't remember the name of the... Got a set of Proven Industries locks, all matching keys.